Hi guys, I'm Lisa for wtfLisa Tarot. I get messages through songs and other ways too. It's weird. So if one earbud in, one earbud out. Like, share, subscribe. Drop a tip. Cash App. wtfLisa Tarot. Shop my store. wtfLisa eBay. It's random. I have some spiritual items and then some non-spiritual items. I need both gone. Personal phone readings are closed. I do have it personalized, quick tarot readings, recorded video on wtfLisa Etsy. One is a $5 yes or no. One is a $5.55 hidden truth pull. Those again, wtfLisa Etsy. Links in the description. There's an energy of excess being what takes someone out. Someone's greed gets them dead. Greed gets them grilled. That's another thing that just popped in my head. I've Cake by the Ocean by Dance, DNCE, and I haven't heard this song in years, and I used to listen to it all the time. It helped me get into shape. I would dance and jump to it, and it worked a lot, and it was fun. Oh no, see you eat around like it's a funeral. Yeah, probably because it is a funeral. Someone's greed is going to be what takes them out. You know, whatever their addiction is, what takes them out. Drug habit, you know, stealing, they get shot stealing. If it's food, it's a food related thing. If they drink too much, it'll be drinking. It'll be obvious, but it's like, why didn't I see that coming? You really should have. A real life fantasy. Someone's greed gets them grilled and killed. That's not great. Dating. This could be because somebody does too many people. Now they got too many diseases. Their drunk quits working, and you know, then they're dead. Little Precious has a natural obsession. Reminds me of waterfalls, even though Cake by the Ocean. Inside. Someone's disease, rotten from the inside, is taking them out. Someone played too much, literally, with their ding-a-ling, and now it's their downfall. Keep on hoping there'll be cake by the ocean. Cake goes straight to your ass. It's a quote from this show called Letterkenny. This lady gal is talking to this guy, and she's like, I'm like, cake, I'll go straight to your ass. And it's stuck in my head, and like, for years now, and it's so funny. So every time I see cake or hear it, that's what pops in my head first. And it doesn't matter. It could be real cake, like actual cake, or like the band cake. Doesn't matter. That's what I think of. But in this case, someone has too much cake, so to speak, too much excess of something, it takes them out. In this case, someone has a sexual addiction. That's what takes them out. They think it's a secret, but it's not going to be end death. What they die of, I mean, it's not a secret. Not to mention all the people they infected, because most likely, if they have a sex addiction, they're probably having sex more than one person. If they have a disease, they're probably giving that disease to multiple people. And I feel like a thing here is not only how many have the disease from this guy, but who has it from this guy. Some real shocking things. Oh, what do you know? Joe Blow from Idaho just died of funky dick disease, and now my wife has funky dick disease. I'm just making up diseases, okay? How a woman gets funky dick disease, you know, playing with dicks. Too many dicks. Anyway, sorry. And now someone puts two and two together. Oh my god. Cake by the Ocean. Someone's greed takes them out, but then that greed and excess also reveals who they were greedy and excessive with. Oh! And this could be like a church man who's like preaching like down with the LGBTQs and horrible things, but it turns out he's this way. Hypocrite vibes. Commitment, but married. You know, like how Mike Pence has mother, but then come on. Not to mention, and I don't think this is the only thing about them. I feel like there's more. They'll diddle anybody, because it's not just who else has the diseases, honey. I was reading, there's been huge outbreaks of HIV in the last couple years in suburban church communities in like Texas and those areas, and this could be that vibe I'm picking up on too, or just similar. Churchmen, the highest, quickest infection rate are heterosexual married men, churchmen. How about that? I have Cheap Thrills by Sia. Come on, turn the radio on. It's Friday night, and it won't be long. Someone, their past now is going to come up with this reconciliation and coworkers. Everyone who has the same disease that took this guy out is going to find out. Secretive third party. Uh-huh. This could be hitting a group because of one man's dirty dick. I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. I got grody dick disease. Someone's grody dick is now taking out the whole community. Everyone had fun, but no one decided to be safe or make sense. They wanted to be all secretive, but when everyone's dropping dead from grody dick disease, I don't know what they have. What do you do? And who gets it? You're so easy to see through. Is going to be the real shocker, because some people who shouldn't be getting grody dick disease, because they're upright married people in the community, and in some cases they're just completely inappropriate. But your family, why do you have this shit like that? Why people are weird. Your body language says so much, and I don't trust you. I know more than you think. This man's grody dick disease death leads to a whole can of worms being open, a whole ass community being outed. I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight. Well, in the past, they all had a great time spreading this disease, being stupid. Now, some of you are having the good time with your popcorn watching this unfold. It's not like you're having a good time, but it's like you get so tired of telling people the obvious. Hey, use a condom, be safe. And they're like, no. And now that shit, you know, and in some cases, some of you have had to deal with karmics in your past to stay away from them. Now that shit's hitting the fan, it's not like you're excited, but it now means things will move on. The shit's finally coming to an end. It's not great energy, but these people couldn't think. I love cheap thrills. Hierophant. King of Coins. This energy really does feel like a lot of upstanding, churchy men who say one thing in public, but are totally different. With this 8 of Cups. Same with, you know... Temperance, the Epstein list, and shit like that. The reason it's not coming out, because who's on it? Would be... Well, what do you do when everyone's on it? Anyway, but this isn't about that list. This is like a mini version of that. I think some people are going to be eyeballing just certain groups differently after this comes out. You got these churchy type of guys, and it turns out they ain't so churchy. 4 of Coins. Inheritance and gift, but 8 of Wands. All their inheritance and gift was full with a dirty dick disease. 2 of Coins from playing around too much. And 7 of Swords lying too much. It all traces back to patience. 0. 6 of Swords, Knight of Cups, and Hangman. Could be water sign energy, but to me it really is someone who pretended to be some upright sort of... moral citizen, Ace of Coins, Page of Cups, but turned out to be a dirty dick guy who gave it to everybody, spread it around, and now a whole community group, whatever organization is going down, all because of a penis.